Senpex Courier offers an opportunity for drivers, movers, and helpers to earn by leveraging their own vehicles and schedules, tapping into a rapidly growing logistics network. Right off the bat, the biggest draw for most people is the flexibility. Drivers get to choose their own days and hours, setting their own rhythms instead of being tied to a rigid shift. The work is pretty varied too. Anything from food delivery to heavier moving jobs, and drivers can note in their profile if they have any specialized equipment or experience. For anyone with a busy or unpredictable life, that kind of adaptability is hard to beat. Earnings with Senpex are competitive, with drivers able to bring in up to $23 an hour, averaging about 2 deliveries each hour, though the pay does depend on market and location. A standout factor here is how drivers keep around 80 to 90% of the fare fee, and all of the tips get passed straight on to the driver. Getting paid is pretty straightforward too. Once approved, drivers set up their banking info and receive payments via direct deposit, which keeps everything streamlined. Support is available 24/7, meaning if trouble comes up out on a run, someone is always there to help. However, there are some clear challenges that come with the way the platform works. The biggest pain point is just how fast-moving and competitive the order claiming process is. Orders tend to only stay open for seconds when they appear, so to have a fair shot at securing consistent work, drivers pretty much need to be glued to their phones at all times, ready to snatch up a job the instant it pops up. This approach means there's almost no time to evaluate if a job is really worth it. Drivers end up grabbing orders on impulse only to discover later if the location, mileage, or pay makes sense. If the order turns out to be less ideal, it's too late. It's already in the queue and part of the daily hustle. To join the Senpex network, drivers need basic documentation like a valid license, car insurance, legal plates, and occasionally special certificates for certain jobs. The company keeps everything above board by enforcing a rating system. Being on time for pickups and drop-offs, minimizing cancellations, and completing required steps in the app all play into a driver's performance score. It's a fair system at its core, though obviously it puts some pressure on drivers to stay sharp and reliable if they want to maximize their earning potential and maintain access to better jobs. In the end, Senpex offers a genuinely flexible way to work, control income, and enjoy the freedom of independent contracting, especially for those who value working on their own terms and don't mind the fast pace. On the flip side, the pressure to always be on call for new orders and the lack of time to review them before accepting can be pretty stressful, and it opens the door for some hit or miss experiences with individual gigs. If someone is up for the excitement and doesn't mind being ready at a second's notice, Senpex can be a solid side hustle or even a main income stream. Just keep in mind, the real risk is not having the luxury to carefully weigh each job, which can sometimes mean committing to unexpected drives or lower than hoped pay.